Welcome to This Week in Crowder College, an in-depth look into how Crowder College students, faculty, and staff are working together so students soar to new heights, communities are impacted, and lives are changed. This Week in Crowder College is sponsored by the law offices of Wood and Peterson in Neosho, specializing in workers' compensation, personal injury, Social Security disability, and more. Learn more online at neoshoattorney.com. Now here's this week's edition of This Week in Crowder College.
Hey there, Four States. This is Luke Taylor, and welcome to another edition of This Week in Crowder College. And today we have on the phone with us LaTanya Bailey. And it's really hard for me to say that. I want to say Mrs. Bailey because she was my journalism teacher for so many years out there in college. And so, hey, LaTanya Bailey, thanks for being with us on the program today.
My pleasure, and it's always great to talk to you, Luke, and to see the things that you're doing in the communications field. So I'm glad that I could be a part of that and get to know you and start you on your way.
Yeah, it's a lot of great, wonderful memories out there. And so I've been looking forward to talking to you today because we're going to be talking about something that I remember being part of when I was a student at Crowder, and that's the Crowder Quill. And so tell everybody what the Quill is all about.
Well, the Quill is a long-standing tradition at Crowder. Started in 1980 to encourage artists and authors by creating a magazine contest, and those categories are in literature, photography, and art, and then we break it down a little further than that, but the winning entries are published in the magazine. Each spring now, it used to be every semester, but we have made some changes along the way in those 45 years just to make it better and easier for the participants. So that is the main thing, is that we are encouraging creativity in our local community and providing a way for those entries to be published, and that is from high school and then Crowder students as well as the community.
Yeah, this provides an opportunity for people here just in the local area to get published somewhere, especially if they've never done that before. That can be really exciting.
Right. And our local area is actually extending pretty far because it is 100 miles from any of our campus locations.
Wow.
And, we're all the way north to Nevada and then south to McDonald County and then Webb City on the east and Cassville on the southeast. Mm-hmm. And so 100 miles from those locations as well.
Yeah.
And so that does pull in quite a few. We get about 1,000 entries each semester.
Whoa. And
so then we choose the very best 10% of those to go into the magazine.
Yeah, and so you talked a little bit about how it's changed over the years. Now, I was on the Quill staff, 15 to 20 years ago. There's like a whole digital component to this thing now that wasn't even there when I was a student. So what kind of options are available on that?
That's true. Now, the publication has always been designed on the computer from like the time that I began, which was way back. Mm-hmm. But that process is still pretty similar as far as the desktop publishing aspect of it and graphic design. But what has changed is that we now have a digital marketing component to it, and that we do social media activities. We have a website with the digital publication where you can flip through the pages digitally and see it that way, and then just the promotion on the social media side.
Yeah, well, that's cool though that people can see those things there, and then and I guess they can probably go and look at past years and see what the different entries are like and what kind of things you all are looking for as you're judging future entries.
Right, yes. We do have a backlog of some of the issues. Not all of them. We're still working on getting that archive together, but I do have a paper archive of all of the publications since 1980 in our files. So.
Wow. Yeah, well, so there's a great history there of the Quill, and people can be a part of that history when they submit something. So if people are thinking, hey, I might want to write something or design something, or I've taken a picture or whatever that I'd like to submit, what's the process for sending those in?
Yeah. Now, that is something that we have simplified through the years because it is all a digital upload now. And so if someone has a 3D sculpture or 2D paintings or whatever, they don't have to physically bring them to the campus anymore like we had in the past, or bring their paper copy of their poem or whatever. It's all digitally uploaded. You go to CrowderQuill.com, and then that directs you to a database in which you create an account and then upload your entries there. So that's nice. You don't have to worry about taking them and then waiting for them to return.
Yeah.
You just have that digital copy.
Wow. Oh, that's cool. Well, I love to hear about it and hear how it's growing and what new things y'all are bringing to the table. So, we hope people will just want to get involved in checking out the Quill, being a part of submitting it, but also for those who want to maybe try a college class, there's opportunity to be on the Quill staff and actually be part of putting the publication together, isn't there?
That's right. Yes, we're always encouraging people, if they have that interest, to be a part of the class itself. It is Digital Marketing 105, Digim 105, and it's called Applied Graphic Design and Social Media Campaigns. And so it is promoting the contest, publicizing through word of mouth and hands-on activity, in-person publicity, as well as the social media activities. And then once the entries come in, then those in that class are the staff that judges the entries and then designs the pages, puts it all together, and then there are ongoing social media promotion throughout that process, and then the final printing and then distributing it to the community and campus and some other activities along the way. I do teach the design of the pages in the class, so you don't have to have Adobe InDesign experience prior to it. It is helpful to have some design experience, but it's not critical. And then, grammar and different activities that we do, different lessons that I prepare the staff to be able to take on that task of judging and creating the magazine.
Yeah, it's not one of those classes where you just sit at a desk and take a test every few weeks. I mean, this is a class where you get hands-on experience with every step of the process. So, and it's a really fun class too.
For sure. Yes, it is a very hands-on activity, and it is teamwork, collaboration, and a fun project where you're working together and you see the fruits of your labor at the end of the semester and have this project, this product that you can hold in your hand and say, yes, I was a part of this. And so that's actually something great for, a resume. And it is an award-winning publication itself. And so it is, a prestigious honor to be a part of the publication staff. And that's something that we encourage anyone to be a part of if they would like to be.
Yep. Crowder.edu. That's where they can see all of the classes available for next semester and how they can enroll and sign up if they would want to be a part of that.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
All right. And tell us the website one more time if somebody wants to submit something to the Quill.
It's real easy. It's CrowderQuill.com.
Okay, well, that's where you can go to find out more, and we do encourage people to check it out if they have any interest in any of those fields of being on the production side or being on the submitting to have an entry in it. So, LaTanya Bailey, thank you so much for joining us, and it's great to talk to you, and hope people will check out the Quill.
As always, it's great to hear from you, Luke. And yes, we do really encourage people to take the time if they've thought in the past, oh, hey, I'd love to be a part of the Quill or to enter the contest. This is the year to be a part of that 45th anniversary publication. We're going to be doing some special things for the anniversary, and so it would just be wonderful to have as many entries as possible to choose from so that we can have the best Quill ever for the number 45.
Yeah, it's a great time to get involved, and so we're going to go back to regular programming now, but hey, LaTanya Bailey, thanks for joining us for this week in Crowder College.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to This Week in Crowder College. This Week in Crowder College is sponsored by the law offices of Wood and Peterson in Neosho. You can listen to this broadcast again by going online to kneo.org or to crowder.edu. Tune in once again next week for another edition of This Week in Crowder College on KNEO 91.7 FM.